Hey guys, what's up? We're here today with some friends. I have Ryan with me right now,
Yep.
and we're gonna try to figure out what caused the Amtrak 501 derailment in Washington.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like a brand new route, so there shouldn't have been problems with it, or
Yeah.
was there? You see,
But we gonna
it
figure
started
it
out
out.
coming straight like this. There's a track that I'm pretty sure it went straight, and then there's one that turned and went across the bridge. So, it was the max speed, I'm pretty sure was 30 miles per hour. And when I came around that bridge on a turn, they went a little too fast and came off the bridge. Only engine that survived was Amtrak 181, which was the P40 or the P30, no P42. Yeah, but that's all we know. But what don't we know is how did it happen? I mean, we know speed, but what caused him to go and that fast in the first place? Did he not expect it? Let's look up some things here. Here we go. We're gonna look up the Amtrak 501 derailment and see if we can find any pictures of what happened, like the route or something. Route. Let's see if we can find a Amtrak route where what caused the derailment and where it came to. So, hmm. All right, so 501 came across a new train route. No, we don't need that. Not that. Never mind. But what is it that caused it to derail? Do you know, Ryan?
I have no idea.
Same here. I don't either. But there has to be something because it was going. There is a track there. It's going straight for a long time, and then out of nowhere, the track curves and goes across the bridge. But what caused that derailment is still unknown. That's why we're gonna do a discussion, maybe play some videos in slow motion to see if we can find out what caused it.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, never mind. What? Okay, here's where we need. 181, it shows us the only engine to remain on track. 181. But, it looks like the track goes straight, but there's a turn. So there is what we know here right now is that when it came across the turn
Yeah.
like that, it tilted. And then when they were trying to come across the bridge, they fell off because of the tilt. So it looks like currently 181 is the only one of the only undamaged engines there. Here, doesn't really kind of happen, as it was maybe coming across the bridge here. All we know is that it derailed, but there has to be a reason for it. Oh, here's the map we need right here. As we can see, yes, as we can see here. There we go. See, it's moving across the bridge. 2 means it's too fast. But it should have easily just done this and maybe slid off.
Like, is this ever going to stop? And it stopped. And when it stopped, it was completely black.
Holy.
Yeah, and 80 miles per hour and a 30 mile per hour zone. That is. I see now. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Nope. Close that. There we go. Now, no one knows what caused the train to be going that fast. I mean, Cascades trains are made for speed, but this is a brand new track right here. So maybe it was fault on the constructor's side. So we got southbound and northbound traffic here, and cars were struck under here by that falling train. More than 100 people were taken to the hospital. Oh, that's what. Yeah, the PTC was not activated, but that's a requirement now that the PTC has to be activated, and I bet you now they're especially going to do it. But
this is strange. What happened here?
So I bet you they're going to shut down this part of the track all the way through here across the bridge until maybe they could possibly either replace the bridge with a more sturdy bridge that has higher bars on it, that if the train were to tilt, it wouldn't fall over the bridge, but more like into the bridge where the bars would stop the train from falling and possibly get it, at least just keep it staying straight up. Or they're just going to shut off this bridge and then maybe take down the whole bridge and rebuild it, and then do the same with this bridge, take it down and rebuild it.
You'll never know, guys. You'll never know.
It couldn't have been the engineer's fault, because they're told to go that fast, because they're made for speed. Like, those engines are made to go fast. Like, that whole train's made to go fast. See, look, right here. Yet the PTC technology automatically slows down and stops the speeding train wasn't activated due to the dismay of the NTSB official. We have recommended the PTC for decades, they said. Unfortunately, it was moved further into the future. Let's see. Cameras from the train were damaged and have been sent to Washington to see whether video can be retrieved. Huh. It said it could have been avoided. Here, see, worried the rail had long worried the rail line which passes through his city would one day prove dangerous. He thought so since 2013. He told CNN Monday night that his immediate concern for the victims and their family in a tragedy. That could have been avoided if better choices had been made. That is true right there. See here from, it looks like map view or something. No, not map view. This is camera view, like a chopper view. See here, it looks, that's impossible that the cars could have fallen off, because the track's coming from this way. There's no way these cars could have bounced, like fallen off like that. They're coming around a turn like that, they'd fly off this way. So how did they fly off that way?
It's only impossible.
Yes. They flew off on both sides of the bridge and left a big pile of trash. But I don't know how these cars fell off here. But the engine and another car fell off here. And how did these cars get right here and remain upright? This is a discussion here. It's pretty serious. So I don't know what's causing this here. So it's super weird if you ask me, like what caused the derailment, because I don't know. I do not know what caused this derailment. Alright, I know the train was going 80 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone, but PTC should have been activated at that time. So, exactly, George, Jake. I know it was going 81 on a curve of 30 miles per hour, but by all means, it should be. It should have been. PTC should have easily been activated for that part right there. Like, I don't know what else to do about that. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, I don't really understand really what happened, but I'm destined to find out. And we are going to find it out, hopefully, in the stream today. Yeah, but going into the emergency, though, I don't get how that'll help. Because it was already too late to think about going into emergency by the time that had happened, because they didn't expect them to go off the track. I mean, it's impossible, literally. So, I mean, we don't really know what's happening with all this right now. And that's why we're having this big discussion here with everybody. Let's turn all these off here real quick. Yeah, honestly don't. Ready, guys? Here we go. Just getting a view turned on for you guys. See if I can do this here. Here we go. Just getting a view turned on for you guys. Alrighty, guys. So, I'm still just trying to figure out everything, what's happening. From the train crash and everything, so. It's impossible that it could have crashed the way it did. Eddie, what's up?
What good, my dude? What good?
Dude, I'm saying, it's impossible. Did you hear about that Amtrak 501 crash in Washington?
Oh, I did hear about that. Why?
We're doing a discussion of what could have caused that to happen. I mean, I know it was over speeding, but how did the PTC not get activated or anything?
Well, the PTC, what's that?
It's automatically will slow a train down if it's going too fast.
How fast are they saying it was going?
81 miles per hour on a 30 mile per hour track.
Wait, hold up. How fast again? In a 30?
81 miles per hour in a 30 mile per hour track.
Wow.
And usually Cascades trains are made to go fast. So this is just strange.
81 in a 30?
Yes.
And the alerters are set for only, and locomotives are only set for 79, if I'm correct?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really know what could have caused it. Because
I guess a failed alerter.
yeah, everything was probably failed on there. Because first of all, you can never trust an SD44 charger unit. Huh.
Oh, by the way, that noise you hear in the background on my end, I'm watching a movie.
Ah, nice.
Independence Day.
Nice.
Nice.
तुमने फॉरेन का ट्रिप भी लगा लिया फिर भी हमारी लग गई
Giggity.
आज तक हमें जो भी डेविल के बारे में इस केस में ऐसे पुलिस ऑफिसर की जरूरत है जो डेविल की तरह जिसको ये मालूम हो डेविल अब ये करने वाला है सलमान बहुत डायनामिक ऑफिसर है Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Let's try to find out here on our stream.
I think it was a failed alerter.
That could be one cause.
Another cause was the engineer may have not been paying attention to the speed zone. That could be a likely case.
Alrighty, that could be
like if it's a new engineer. If it's a new engineer, then he wouldn't know the route. So.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Not again.
Giggity.
Giggity.
I might in bad mood today. So yeah.
I don't know why the screen share isn't working.
For the job.
Now that we're here, we got the screen share and everything working, alright? Now it's fine. So what I need to know is what caused this to happen, and it went off the bridge on the left side and the right side. And some it looked like they actually.
How does that happen?
Yeah, the train was going one direction, and to me, it looks like one of the cars slammed into the side of the bridge, causing them to split into two different directions, maybe. But that means the bridge would have to hit the coupler in just the right direction for that to happen.
It's calling.
Tell him to join here.
Huh?
Tell him to join here.
Oh, he can't because he doesn't like this group.
I don't give a crap. He's joining.
I'm glad we can hear his voice again.
He can only stay in here for a visit at least because he doesn't like it.
Tell him to join this call just real quickly. We're doing a discussion. He doesn't have to say anything in the group.
Alright. Let me go invite him.
Alrighty. We got another scene going here where we could change it to where we could see this.
I'm not.
Alright, so here we go now. We got this on our second screen here. So we're gonna what actually did.
Both sides of the bridge.
Yep, and then the P-42 remained on the track here undamaged. So you'd think that the weight of those cars would pull the engine back off the track with it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So how didn't it?
I don't have time for this.
Whoa, okay then.
This train crash, the way it crashed and hit the ground, it's so weird. If you were to ask me,
What?
like, it's so odd if you do would believe
Wait.
me. See here,
Tri-state?
impossible. Which makes it even more impossible is how did this engine not get pulled down off the bridge when the weight of these cars collapsed? Because this coupler cannot hold up for long. Soon those cars are going to collapse, like they're going to bend down into a V shape, and it's going to yank that engine with it. But apparently, it looks like it's staying on the track, and it looks like these two cars collided into each other. So how did that not send a shockwave through the car and snap the coupler right here?
Oh.
Are you stupid?
No, you
I
don't
don't know how that
understand.
happened.
No, you don't understand. With that kind of crash, all these cars should be off the track. Even the P42.
That curve is not that tight. I can see. It looks like it's an 031.
Would have you see the actual track from a different point of view?
No what it's called.
Oh man.
Watch.
Wait. Please.
Watch this.
There's a
Here.
train
It
trying
was
to
so
come
If I can go into
back.
images, if it'll let me go into images now. We will watch
Hey, Jake.
What do you want?
and see here.
Testicles.
There's no way.
No.
Like the curve looks sharper than it is.
Okay, then.
Like it looks much sharper than it is though. So I don't know what could have caused this.
You wanna go with either? No.
No.
You're all about to train.
The TE is coming, so I don't have time to.
Alrighty.
Hold it.
What'd you say, Jake?
A grain train is coming, so I don't have much time to be on here.
Alright, so
And then are you gonna come back as soon as it passes?
Hopefully.
Alright.
I might be in a different call though.
Alright. Well, you be careful, buddy.
alrighty guys. So here no, this is not that's not 501, that's the other train here.
Here, I think. About 20 minutes away.
My wife, my family, my dog.
Here we go.
जो गाना है रोम रोम रोमांटिक है तो सनी का कितना रोम रोम
Alrighty guys, so
how much room romantic do I have?
You gotta be kidding me.
I think it is right there. Where's
Why?
where the tracks become double track right there, or is that just a quad rail?
At all. And he had them flown in from Switzerland and brought in for me for Valentine's Day.
That's
And he sent me a
impossible.
CD and this beautiful letter, and we Skype called, and it was very nice. It was my favorite Valentine's Day.
Alright, let's
Well, what happened to Casey? No, it doesn't matter.
Alrighty.
Find any more news?
This is crazy, guys. Like everything that's possible in this in the crash is not happening. See, and with the weight of that, these locomotives would have been pulled off the track. Like the P42 would have been pulled off the track with those other cars when they were sitting like that, because they would collapse in like that, do that, and then the P42 would be dragged off the track. But apparently they somehow stayed straight, which I don't get. That's the thing. So afterwards, it shows that the P42 is the only engine that remained on track and undamaged. That's Tier 42. Hang on. But still terrible. Never mind. So it shows here that it looks like this is what the top of the end of the SC44 looks like now. All like it's been scrunched in like that because it landed. Like this is it before this shape right here. So what happened is when it flipped, it landed on its roof and caused it to collapse in. But it doesn't show any other cars landed on their back side. But how did only the front engine land on its back side and the other cars just either stayed upright and came off the track or are on their side? But that's weird because they're all in different directions and on each side of the track. And there's only one track, so there wasn't a collision that caused them to go off in each direction. So if it was a turn, then they should have flipped off in onto one side of the bridge, not both. So that's what I don't understand here. This is... Hmm. Huh. Here we go. That's where the derailment should have been. But that was, I'm pretty sure, it should have, yeah. It should have taken the original route, not the new route. Because it looks like here, that this is full of, like, really sharp curves. And right here especially. That would cause another derailment very soon. Because the trains would come off the track and once again land right on Interstate 5.
Yeah.
See right there, that sharp turn right there, and if it's a really long train, then you're gonna have a derailment going off in this way, and especially if they come really fast on that track, they're gonna fly off that bridge and go straight into the road here. They should have just legit kept that track going straight and then turned it here very carefully, because if they had kept that, see right here, if there wasn't a turn there and they just kept the track going like straight and maybe came around slowly like that, and the station was right here, then you not have a problem. The bridge went across straight. But because of that turn with the new line and the original line, that's what caused it. I'm pretty sure that's what caused it. All these lines, like, that showed sharp turns. If a train were to make it past here, then they're gonna have a problem here. If they make it past there, then they're gonna have a problem right here, and especially right here where this little V is. So this track is full of dangerous turns, which should not be like that. So
Yeah.
the only way to be safe is if they took the green, like the original line, and scrapped this route for maybe maybe a possible short line for freight trains that can handle it, because SC-44 weighs half the weight of an actual freight engine, which is 500,000 pounds. An SC-44 only weighs 250,000 pounds. And it's so light, that's probably why it flipped all the way over. But if there were a freight train going across that track, it wouldn't derail. I know why, because they have a longer train, and it's made to... that track was probably made for a freight train, not a passenger train, with the way it's built. You can tell because freight trains are made to go across those big curves like that, but not those passenger trains. Because usually, like, I bet you the engineer, because this has a few miles in between it, so you don't expect a big old turn coming like that, because it's straight like that. See, and besides, he probably thought he was going straight onto the old line, not flying around a new curve. Because if you're going straight, then you got straight miles there, and then you got to slow down here, which will give you time. But if you're taking a new route, that turn comes up out of nowhere, especially when you got a little hump turn right there. So that's the problem. The engineer probably didn't know that big turn was coming that quickly. He probably thought he had more time to work with changing speeds, but since it came up so quickly, he didn't have time. So that's probably the main reason that it happened, because the engineer conductor did not expect that, and PTC was not activated. So anything else down here? Nope. So all we know now is if we zoom... Let's see, can we zoom in like that? Yeah, there we go. Looks like new route, much more dangerous than the previous route. So they should just scrap this whole line. If they they should probably just remake the track to make it freight train capable. Because you can get freight trains from Tacoma to DuPont really easily, easier than you can a passenger train on this track. If you were to keep this track going for freight service, you can get the Federal Way and have BNSF and Union Pacific freight line there, and it'd be okay. Because the long trains are going slow, and you should have to go 30 miles on this track. That's about the speed of a freight train, not a passenger train. Passenger trains like Amtrak, like Cascades, they're 80, but this track is not made for an Amtrak Cascades train.
True.
So they should probably either scrap the line or keep it continuing into the nearest freight yard to make it a freight route. And then they keep a diamond right here where the Amtrak Cascades train will cross over the other line, the Union Pacific line. That would be much safer if they had the orange being Union Pacific / BNSF and this being the complete line for the Cascades train. So not having them both not Cascades, because if they still were to run trains on here, they'd be safe, Here, this whole new line is an error by Amtrak. If they hadn't ran that line, this whole thing could have been avoided. Let's see here. So, that's all I have for right now. But we're going to be back later with more, and I'm probably going to have more info about it, and I can tell you all what's happened for sure. I'm going to be doing some research about this after I stop the stream. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this and took some information from this, and we got to remember what happened with this. It's bad on Amtrak's side, and it's bad on the builder's side for agreeing with this line. Or maybe they should just remake the whole line with a new steel bridge instead of that old bridge that was never ever made for that track originally. So, see you guys later. We're doing a part 2 for this when I get some more information and I can tell you guys some more stuff. So, see you guys.